Hi guys, and welcome back to Fit with T. I hope you guys are good. So we are continuing on with my sprint and ABC series, and today H is for hip flexor strength. The hip flexors are a group of muscles, I'm putting them on the screen for you guys, that help us to flex at our hip, aka bring our knee up towards us. Hip flexor strength is going to be important when it comes to sprinting, particularly when we're talking about both front side and backside mechanics. Actually, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say front side and backside mechanics, make sure to check out this video. But essentially, front side is anything happening on the front side of your body, and backside is anything happening on the backside of your body. So you're going to need hip flexor strength in order to drive that knee up high and be able to push down from that position there. And also you're going to want hip flexor strength, particularly eccentric hip flexor strength, because that's going to stop you from allowing your leg to swing too far backwards, okay? And also being able to close that gap, you know, that figure 4 position that we want, being able to close that gap quickly. Hip flexor strength is going to play a role in that as well. So in the video today, I'm going to give you guys 7 hip flexor exercises that you can add to your training to help you strengthen up your hip flexors. So you may already do some of these, but let me know in the comment section below what exercises you do to strengthen up your hip flexors. Okay, so the first exercise I have for you guys is high knee lifts or high knee pulses over a hurdle, okay? So you can also do this by setting up a bar and doing it in the gym if you want to do it there, but I like to do it with a hurdle. So just one hurdle. There are more hurdle drills that you can do that develop hip flexor strength in general. I haven't actually made a video about that, so I will one day make a video about that. But today I'm going to show you exercises with one hurdle, right? Try and open up your hip fully as you do it. Bring that knee up as high as you can the hurdle is going to force you to bring your knee up as high as you can and engage those hip flexors. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pulse your knee up over that hurdle. So you might want to adjust the hurdle according to your height. If you're short, I'm sorry, but yeah, the hurdle means and forces you to keep your knee higher than you would do if you're just have nothing underneath your leg. The second exercise that I'm giving you guys in this video, again with a single hurdle, is similar, but this time you're going to extend your leg. So you're going to bring your knee up first, and then you're going to extend your leg. Similarly to when we run, our knee comes up and then we extend and then we whip that leg underneath us once again. So you kind of get that knee lift plus the extension, which is kind of the B movement that we get when we're running, when we're doing some of our drills. So that's a good one to add as well. You're not going to stand as close to the hurdle as you would with the knee pulses or the knee lifts, single knee lifts. But in this one, you will just move back a bit. So the further you stand back, kind of the easier it becomes, because you don't have to lift up your knee as high or leg as high. But as you get closer, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So like I said, you can adjust the hurdle according to your height. If you can, you can adjust the hurdle, or you can stand on something even, or you can use, again, like I said, the bar in the gym, in the rack at a lower height if you need it to be a little bit lower because the hurdle is too challenging. Exercise number 3 is actually A skips or A prances. I don't know why I always laugh when I do drills on the spot, I don't know. This is something that I would include in my hurdle drills video, which I may do for you guys once we finish this sprinting series. I might do that video for you guys. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comment section below. This drill, we're using a single hurdle once again, but this time with movement, with motion, so we're not just standing in a stationary position. So as with most drills, we actually practice that knee lift. The lateral A skips or A prances, whatever you want to call it, you get the gist, over a single hurdle is the third exercise I have for you guys. So number 4, I've got a kneeling isometric hip exercise for you guys, okay? So you're going to be in the kneeling position in this one. So set up the rack at a low point. So you're in 2 90-degree angles with your legs, and then you're going to be pushing forward with your hip. As you push, the muscle length is not changing. So you're just pushing and holding that position for 10-15 seconds. If you want to increase that, you can do so. If you want to start less than that, you can do so as well. But holding an isometric position, so you've got some isometric strengthening exercises added in here as well. Okay, so number 5, we're going to do a single leg knee lift with a kettlebell. So really and truly, every time we lift up our knee, we are including our hip flexor group in the way that we would do when we're sprinting. But now adding a kettlebell to it, ankle weights or whatever other weight, most of us will have access to kettlebells. Adding an additional weight is just going to encourage the hip flexor muscles to grow, to get stronger, to develop. So this is another exercise that you can add to your training. The next exercise, I forgot the numbers, so I could say the next exercise that I have for you guys is a lie lying or on your back, so a supine knee march, okay? So you're on your back this time, and we're going to use a mini band, okay? And what you want to do is you want to engage your core bit in this as well. So you want to have your lower back against the ground as much as possible as you do this, and pull your belly button in towards your spine. You're going to have the mini band around your feet, and you're going to bring one knee up to your chest while the other leg is extended. So you're going to alternate legs, keeping your feet dorsiflex and whilst keeping your lower back against the ground. If you don't have any weights, if you don't have any access to anything else, but you have mini band, this is a great way to do it. You can also do something similar with ankle weights. And as you can see, guys, most of these things is the same movement we're pretty much doing, which is bringing that knee up in some way, shape or form, apart from the isometric where we're holding in that position. That's how we're going to be able to strengthen our hip flexors the more that we actually utilize them like that, right? As sprinters, we want to be able to move at our hip effectively and have that good switch action at the hip, at the legs, which obviously involves the hips, flexors quite a lot. Okay, and so the last exercise that I have for you guys is cable knee drives, but we're gonna put the cable around our foot, right? So you can do this exercise from a more upright position, so you're more mimicking the max velocity phase of the race, or you can also do it at a more angled position, so more at like a 45-degree angle, where you're going to be mimicking more the dry phase of the race, the acceleration phase of the race. So it's up to you how you want to utilize it the most, in which way you want to utilize it, but trying to have the cable around your foot or your ankle. If you have one of those straps that can go around your ankle, that's great. I haven't got access to one of those, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Just putting the attachment around your foot, okay? So the flat one will fit around your foot and driving that knee up towards your chest. So similarly to the kettlebell, there's another way to add weight. Obviously with the cable, it's a little bit easier to increase that weight gradually, a little bit safer because it's a cable, right? So it's not like you're not going to drop the kettlebell or anything like that. And you can also angle your body. So that's the benefit of using the cable, that you can angle your body in a way that you wouldn't be able to necessarily angle your body if you're just using the kettlebell. So quite a few of these exercises, like I said, are similar, different ways to utilize them from different positions. What we're basically trying to do is encourage our hip flexors to strengthen, to grow. A lot of these exercises that I've shown to you guys are stationary, like I said, or on the spot movements, but drills are also another really great way that we strengthen our hip flexors on a day-to-day basis, which is one of the reasons why we do drills. You know, I've spoken about drills a lot in the series so far, but one of the other reasons that we do drills is to help develop our hip flexor strength. You know, a lot of them involve us bringing our knee up, as we see, A skip, B skip, high knee. A lot of them involve us bringing our knee up high, driving up from a high point, and for a good reason, okay? So that's why if you haven't checked out my drills videos, make sure to check them out here and here. But I also have a video where I take you guys through some hanging exercises that are going to be beneficial for your core, but also for your hip flexors. If you haven't seen that video, then check that out here, and I'll see you guys on another Friday. Bye guys.